Boom, 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 boom. What is up out there, horror fam? How's it going tonight, baby? Huh?
They're all really sick of our elevator music.
What? How could you be sick of the elevator music? Oh my god. Yeah. Hey, what are y'all doing out there, man? I'm seeing Liam. Oh my goodness, Liam. Are you new?
I've never
seen Liam before. Welcome to the horror fam, brother man. Patty Heckman. Hey, Michael Paul, Nate Blanche. Oh my goodness, everyone. JK, what? Oh my god. Hey, how are y'all doing tonight? Yes, Nate. We are having bad weather here too, man. We had some lightning and thunder earlier that lasted, God.
It was like you said that it was the longest
thunderclap I'd ever heard. Yeah.
It just rolled on and on and on.
On and on and on. How are y'all doing tonight, huh? Let's get some hands up in here. Who all we got? Oh my goodness gracious. It's Friday night. How's everybody doing?
Right.
Yeah, baby.
It's Friday night.
Night.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a night. Oh, what a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael Paul, we are sitting side by side. She's right there. But she gets her own camera.
Yeah. Steven decided that would be more comfortable.
Efficient.
More efficient, more comfortable. So we don't have to we basically had to sit on top of each other to be able to be on a single camera. So
yeah. Pretty much. And it got really hot.
She's elbow room.
Yeah, she's like sitting beside of an oven.
I'm hot.
She is hot. She's too hot to try, baby. Man. All right, so tonight we're going to be discussing the haunted mountain state that is West Virginia.
Country road.
Take me home to the place
I
belong. Almost heaven.
Spooky Virginia.
Spooky Virginia.
We're just spooky Virginia.
Yeah, we are, for sure.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, tonight we're talking about haunted West Virginia, and I'm going to invite everyone in here to share their
spooky stories
with us. We will be pulling comments up on the screen, and we will be addressing them. Derek's horror stuff. What is up,
Derek?
Brother Jack, man? It's been a while, dude.
Good to see you, bro. And JK, man, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well tonight, but I'm so glad we can be here to distract you.
Yes, absolutely, man.
We'll try to keep it entertaining.
We got your back, brother.
Yeah.
We have your back. And Patty Heckman wants to know, is this going to be like weird and wonderful? Yes, it is. But I mean, that's pretty much what gave us the knowledge base for this podcast.
Right. We're just going to talk about, our adventures on Weird and Wonderful. So if anybody has seen those, they'll be familiar with what we're talking about. And if anybody hasn't, maybe this will
inspire you to go check out those videos. Yes. And for those of you who haven't taken note yet, I have a podcast goal set up tonight. A donation goal is...
You do?
And you have no idea. I did it without telling you, but if we hit 10 buckarooskies, Anna has to wear a Jason mask for 5 minutes.
Is it a tater sack Jason mask?
No. It is actually this retro Jason mask, which is super heavy, actually. I probably should have chose my Part 6 replica, but that's okay.
Yeah, why aren't I in... Oh, my God, that is really heavy.
Yeah, you might actually just have to hold that up while you do. Hey! Come on now. Don't,
that's right.
Don't give away the goods for freezies. Oh my God. That's a sample. That's a sampler platter, folks. And then I also have another goal in mind after we hit that. So, and I'm telling you what, man, you peoples are going to want to see what happens. Let me just put it that way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I know nothing. This is horrible. All of your guests who, because I know I'm not considered one, all of your guests they get forewarned what their goals are going to, what kind of embarrassment they're in store for.
Sometimes they do. Like, I'll give them one.
Yeah.
And then I'll surprise them so that, you get those natural reactions.
It's all a surprise for me.
Heck yeah, it is. Nate says, I don't really know if I have any spooky stories, but my friend does. Hey, share them with us if they scared you, man. I'd love to hear them.
We don't mind secondhand scary stories.
Heck no. JK says, yeah, but part of Virginia wanted to secede and join, or West Virginia. So that should prove what's the better Virginia. Absolutely, man. Bye, Virginia. We're our own thing, baby. Yeah. Thanks for the nice words, Anna. So you are very welcome, JK. So, yeah. Where to begin? So I have Weird and Wonderful pulled up here. Now, this was our travel series that we took through haunted West Virginia. And as you can see, we went to the Lake Shawnee Abandoned Amusement Park, which is probably... It's
insane.
And it's one of the more famous hauntings in West Virginia.
It's not only one of the most famous hauntings in West Virginia. From what I understand, it's one of the most famously haunted places in the world.
Yeah.
Like the History Channel has been here to Lake Shawnee. The Travel Channel a number of times for a number of their shows.
Yes.
The William Shatner show.
The Unexplained.
Did their first episode at Lake Shawnee. So it's...
And then
very famously haunted.
And then here we are at Martinsburg. We explored there. We explored Lewisburg, Shepherdstown. Murder Cabin was one that a lot of people were excited for. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah.
There's Harper's Ferry, the Glen Ferris Inn. There is the Civil War battlefield at Carnifex Ferry State Park.
Amazing.
Here is when we went to Point Pleasant to tackle the Mothman. And then this is when we went to the General Lewis Inn.
No.
The
Low Hotel.
The Low Hotel. Oh my goodness.
The General Lewis is in Lewisburg.
Yeah. The Low Hotel, which is a haunted hotel.
Yeah.
So this, once again, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat there for those of you who have not checked this out. But this is where some of our experiences come from. So we're going to kind of expand on these. But now I will say,
well, get a little just more personal about how the experiences of these places, which,
Yeah. So you've been here for 3 years now?
Yes.
So,
almost exactly. We're coming up on exactly 3 years in a month.
Yeah.
I'll have been here 3 years.
Yeah, that's right. And in that time, so I mean, you've had paranormal experiences before you got with me.
Yeah.
And before you got out here. I've had paranormal experiences out here.
Yeah.
I believe I've shared those before on the live stream.
I think we both have, yeah.
Yeah, I think we both have. So I won't get into those unless there's any specific requests.
Okay.
So we're just going to talk mainly about the experiences that Anna and I have encountered together, and we'll also talk about some other stuff.
Yeah.
JK here hitting us up, baby. Weird and Wonderful was also an awesome travel guide. Y'all should have businesses in West Virginia begging for a second season.
Oh, thank you, JK.
Thank you, JK. That's awesome, man.
I really appreciate that, man. Like, that was 100% our goal. Like, we wanted to be a good travel guide.
Yes.
So that people would come to West Virginia and enjoy West Virginia while seeing spooky haunted places.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that was one of the things we wanted to do, because we want to see West Virginia flourish. West Virginia gets crapped on a lot, as do some, even though we're not technically Southern, but a lot of Southern states or the South, whatever you want to refer to, it gets shit on.
Yeah.
And West Virginia is, I've always said, it is like the state that the rest of the country forgot about.
Dude, worse than that, West Virginia was not a part of the Confederacy. It was the state the Union forgot. Everybody's forgotten. So nobody likes us because the Union doesn't like us, and then we're not technically them. So.
Yeah, we're not the South.
So they don't like us either.
Yeah, we're like the redheaded stepchild of the
Right.
So one thing we wanted to do with Weird and Wonderful was, like, we can really showcase not only the haunted side, because that's what I'm interested in, of course. I love the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
But I also, and people are interested in that, but I also wanted to showcase some of the businesses out here and let people see, man, there's some beauty hidden away in these mountains. But the problem that we ran into, honestly, some of the businesses just were not responsive whatsoever. We thought some of the businesses would be more available to us. They'd be more excited, and some of the businesses that we did end up working with, while we appreciated, that they didn't reciprocate.
No, yeah. So, we were a brand new YouTube channel. That's where our videos went. And so we really did rely on, people sharing the videos, but especially like the businesses and stuff. And most of them didn't. I'm not even particularly clear on whether or not at least half of the businesses even ever watched it. Yeah. Let alone like shared it anywhere. So,
yeah, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because not only are we helping them, but they could have helped us out. I mean, the exposure could have helped both of us.
Yeah, and they mutually beneficial for sure.
If you actually look, to kind of give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes access here, if you actually look at this episode here that we did.
Oh yeah.
Haunted Harper's Ferry has 1.4K views, which is substantially more than any other. I mean, it's 1,000 views more than any of our other videos. That is because the gentleman that we attended his ghost tour in this video, he shared this video with his community.
Yeah.
And it really helped us. And he said, this was one of like the most heartwarming things I'd ever gotten. He said in an email to us that it was the most comprehensive documentary and the most like heartwarming thing. And he said that we did better than the Travel Channel.
He did. Yeah, it was a beautiful compliment.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, he wrote us a really great.
And we should be proud of ourselves and all this.
And we are.
And we totally are. But yeah, so and eventually, and then we got some businesses that turned us down, who were like, we don't want to even be a part of the video.
Some people were didn't want to be. They don't want to be known for their spooky history.
Yeah.
Which is
so that's fair trade. But then we got to a point where it was just like, these people aren't responsive, some of these companies, so we just filmed.
Right.
We didn't even ask. We did it because that's fair too. You're allowed to do that. Yeah. And then we would share the video with these places. Be like, hey, guess what? You made it in our video. Yeah, this is what we did. You're in the video. So
you're in our video.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So Weird and Wonderful was a great experience. I thought there would be more local support, JK. I would love to do. Hell, I'd love for it to be a television show. I would love to do one more episode after knowing everything I know now and learning from that process. That would be super fun. The problem is it took a lot of money to do it, and it pretty much took up an entire year of us, and we weren't able to work all that much.
Well, because we really did look at it as filming like a television show.
Yeah,
more than anything else. And so we did it all ourselves. I think JP is mentioning that, like, we wrote the scripts, we filmed, we did all of our own everything, sound, lighting, all of it, and then came home and edited all of it ourselves too. So
it was wild, and all that traveling mixed. I mean, and then having to, figure out our itinerary.
Right, we didn't have anybody telling us like where to be at what time. We had to figure all of that.
We were breaking trail for a West Virginia travel series and to these haunted locales, but
which I think works a little easier if you do it like vlog style, and we didn't. Like,
we set it up like it was a TV show.
So, but it was really, really fun, and we saw some really great places, and we had a few really spooky experiences.
We totally did. But first, here's a spooky. MX saying hugs for Dragon Blue. Why don't I get any hugs around here?
For me.
They're all for you. I knew it. Oh my goodness gracious. So we're going to discuss some of these haunted locations. Now, like I said, I won't go into like past experiences unless those are specifically requested for some reason. But since
because they were in West Virginia, it's haunted.
That's
Virginia.
true.
It's your haunted house.
That's true. But since you've been here, our first paranormal experience
was here in our house.
Yeah. And it happened a few times. And that is, so we're laying in bed. I think this was the morning that it truly got to us. Mm-hmm. We were laying in bed and all of a sudden we hear voices in the house.
Yeah. Like chatting.
In the house.
And then laughing.
Yeah.
In the house.
And by the time, like, because spring into action, I would get up and search through the house immediately. Mm-hmm. And they were gone.
Yeah. Stop. And occasionally, just to give you an idea, like we're relatively isolated, but we do have a river that runs through our backyard. So occasionally we'll be able to hear like kayakers, rafters. There was no one. There was no one anywhere. Because you did. No. You checked the backyard, the front yard. There was no one.
Yeah. Because you might think like, well, it could be kayakers cruising by.
Yeah. But laughing. But even that, you have that like distance, that kind of, this was clearly in the house.
Yeah, like, absolutely in the house. Laughter in the house, had no idea where it was coming from. Then, it happened multiple times.
Was it like the very next day or was it, so it happened, 3 times? And
something
I can't
like
remember
that.
If there was like every day, back to back, boom, 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 or if there were like gaps of a day or two in between. Mm-hmm. But it was always at the same time. Mm-hmm. It was always, right when you're like right before the alarm goes off, right? Right before. So it's like your body is almost like primed to be awake. Like you're not, it wasn't happening at 3:00 in the morning when you're in deep sleep or anything like that. It was like, so we would jolt awake and I think the first day, at least one of the days, we weren't even asleep anymore. We were
awake. We were awake. That was the day I jumped out of bed immediately and tried to find it.
We were because you got out of bed like the last time too, I feel like. Because the last time is when you figured out what was going on.
Yeah, I found out. I was able to pinpoint it. It was my laptop, my MacBook. My closed laptop.
Sitting like in the kitchen.
Somehow played a video.
And it was something. Always like the same. It happened at the same time every day. Mm-hmm. And maybe the same moment of the video because the sounds were it was
similar.
Chattering and laughter.
Yeah.
Female chattering and laughter.
Absolutely.
Like over and over.
And it had never happened before. And I've never had a laptop do that to me before, ever.
And it's never happened since.
Yeah.
And it was it wasn't just like, oh, see the screen is black. No, but it was closed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it was spooky.
Yeah.
It was really weird, but it's never happened again. Thank God.
No, man. We've had other stuff out here happen, but not paranormal related, but some super scary stuff that really, put us on high alert. We had a tin sign above our sink. So everybody knows what the hell a sink's made out of. They clang shit. I mean, you throw silverware into them, they clang, man. The tin sign fell into the damn sink and made a god-awful noise. And damn, if I didn't immediately... if I didn't immediately grab my... how do we say this on YouTube? My
weapon.
Sidearm.
Your sidearm.
My sidearm, and immediately went through the house.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a creepy experience. And then yes, I was with Fair and B one time. Old Farrenby, he says, the only thing haunted about West Virginia is how many poisonous snakes my fat ass has almost stepped on. And that's a hilarious story. Because we were actually going for a walk on a dirt road. And I totally mommy seatbelted him and stopped him in his tracks. And yeah, he's a big motherfucker. So that was, and stopped him in his tracks. And he's like, what? And we look down and there is a snake just, and he was, of course, in flip-flops because not at fucking 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, Farron. And
I'm just like, and he got pissed at me. He's like, I ought to fucking kill you because that thing could have finally been the end of me. And you saved me. Oh my God.
That's great. That's great that you'd save Farron from a snake. But when you were talking about the crashing of the sign, it reminded me like in the first
no.
Yeah, in the first 6 months I was here. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen these because I hadn't before I moved here.
I'll get to this in a minute, Farron. There's a follow-up story to what I was saying.
Yeah, so both our front door and the door out to our back deck have those lovely like windows built into the door. And over the window is mounted glass enclosed blinds.
They're pretty.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's this like block. It's like this box that's like mounted to the door. And I've been here maybe 6 months, maybe. And Stephen and I are here in the office.
I was playing Call of Duty, damn it!
And we hear this horrendous crash. And Stephen looks at me and is like, go see what that is.
Dude, I was in Warzone. I was a man out there alone on the battlefield. I couldn't leave
10 o'clock at night. There's this like boom, boom, you know, and you should go check that out, babe.
Right, but people depended on me. People depended on me. My team.
I depended on you.
Yeah, but you know, I grabbed, you know, hey, when the 10 sign crashed, I grabbed the sidearm and went and handled business. But people depended on me on that team. Okay, I was
on you. And that's the night I learned I couldn't depend on you.
Yeah, there you go, fair. But a man can't even play Warzone in peace. Goodness gracious.
Right.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
But
no, so this is what happened. So Farron is exactly right here. He says, I don't remember exactly what the hell was it that happened up that road that we had to walk up to them neighbors at like 1 a.m. Now, this is true. This is true. My neighbor contacted me, and it was late. This was like the night with the snake. They contacted me. A woman living alone with like her 2-3 daughters. Like, Steven, did you just hear anything? There's something up here, and it's scaring the shit out of me. Like, they heard, like, I can't remember. So I won't even say, but they heard something. And Farron happened to be here, so we both walked straight up there. And
for neighbors, for
that, babe, that's different. Look, everybody knows.
He made me go check out.
Everybody knows
that noise. That noise we just talked about in horror movie tropes. What was that? Yesterday? You're not supposed to go check out the noise?
Babe, look. I'm responsible for my teammates on Call of Duty, okay? I'm responsible for the safety of an elite squad.
I'll be right back.
Of military men. I got to do what's best for
I'm still alive.
And yeah, here you go. Farron B says, remember that truce that we made? If he ever died and I found him first, I'd break his phone for him. Yeah. I was actually joking about that the other night on stream, man. I was like, yeah, them phones are private. With like my dying last breath, I will reach over and grab that phone and just like I will squeeze. This is an expensive ass phone, Farron. I will squeeze the shit out of it with everything I have.
Yeah,
it's going under with me.
Oh God, he said, "Hey, yo, toots." You're lucky I'm used to being called toots by my mom.
Yeah,
my mom calls all girls toots.
Well, hell, you got called toots at the Dollar General one night.
I did. And it's so funny because I feel like a lot of people are offended by the word toots. And it's like,
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. My mom called, like,
I like it.
My sister and I were both toots when we were little. I'd probably still get toots from my mom, but she absolutely now calls her granddaughters toots. Come here, toots. Hey, toots.
Yeah. Farron says here, I'm just laying in the road near death from a car wreck trying to crawl to my phone so I can bite it in half before I die. Hell yeah. Yeah, there we go. Patty Atkins says, only my girl's in the family.
Yeah, we're all toots.
I'm going to break that barrier. One day she's going to mess up and
call you toots.
Call me toots, yeah. Farron says, Steve just sitting in his chair like Al Alfonso from Alice, Sweet Alice, which you've never seen, with sweat and piss stains sending her out to investigate some random growl at 1 a.m. headset on crooked cheese ball stained fingers. That's me, baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so oh my God, that's so true. But Jonas is here. Jonas knows I take care of this. I run this house. Jonas knows. Jonas
knows. He like came here and got mommied by me. I don't know what y'all did.
What? But
like,
Jonas knew. Jonas knew when there needed to be order in the house. Paterfamilias Steve had to come in and show things how I ran. Hey.
Good night, Ferris.
Good night, Ferris. Thanks for coming in, Brother Jack. Dude, man, we'll miss you, you psycho son of a bitch. Anyway, but yeah, Jonas knows. Look at him. He's laughing because he knows. He doesn't want to say. Mm-hmm. But he knows. Mm-hmm. I run things. When it was time to pick out a movie, I put on a movie that all of us could enjoy.
We don't want to talk about that right now.
That all of us could enjoy.
He's just digging himself a hole tonight.
And we had a great time. So let's go ahead here. JP had a comment. He said, I had an animatronic rat that would come on by itself at the same time every night at 1 a.m. Believe it was due to an electrical issue of some kind.
You just keep on believing
that. Keep believing that, man. You need to get...
Just keep on believing that.
Yeah, you have La Llorona in that bitch. Like, I wouldn't touch that.
Came on at exactly the same time.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Even after I unplugged it.
Yeah. And you know what, folks? Since Anna's acting this way, I think it's time we hit that $10 goal. And then you can put on your Jason mask and do, 5 minutes. Yeah, family friendly movie. Exactly, Jonas. Yeah. Exactly. I had the horror fam in mind when I chose it.
Yeah.
So
okay, so so there's our singular like actually spooky story.
Yeah.
We had one that's for sure that wasn't a normal thing. Like,
no, hell no.
It wasn't something falling in the house. We have stuff falling in the house all the time.
All the time because of all these figures around that and sometimes they like to suicide jump off of my shelves for some reason. The Crypt Keeper does that in every, like, in multiple iterations of the Crypt Keeper.
You're like giant Jason cannot stay put.
All of a sudden. That's recent.
Yeah. I don't know if that table maybe got pushed too close to the couch.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he won't. Michael, so we have what are they? 18 inch? An 18-inch Jason and an 18-inch Michael, and they're on the this little table we have behind the sofa table. Yeah, and Jason jumps off it all the time. Michael doesn't. Michael stays put.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on, but Jason is trying to get to his ass.
He jumps off all the time.
Yeah, so Jonas here says, I'm very lucky I didn't have any scary shit happened to me when I was at the Glen Ferris Inn. That's because Jonas came in to see us a few months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back in January.
And we actually suggested he stay at the Glen Ferris Inn, which is
one of our haunted locations.
One of our haunted locations that we investigated on Weird and Wonderful. And oh my God, it has to be one of the most haunted, if not
the most active haunting we investigated.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
So the Glen Ferris Inn is an inn that was built in 1812 or some crazy shit. And it said that there's
originally built as a private home.
Yeah.
And then eventually turned into like first a tavern and then an inn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's said to be haunted by multiple spirits, but the kitchen area, I don't know. Some people say it's the Colonel. The Colonel is one of the spirits that's supposed to haunt that place. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly where to go for haunted experiences, and that is the kitchen. The kitchen is highly haunted.
Yeah.
You know, now there's some of these locations we went to where nothing happened. We'll talk about that a little bit here soon.
And we're honest in that.
And we're
about
very
in
honest
our episodes. So
yeah. Which I think is actually to our own detriment.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I think people wanted pure entertainment and we gave them realism.
Yeah.
And I think
really
that
honest.
I think that really hurt.
Bit us in the butt.
I think so. But I can tell you now, the Glen Ferris Inn in that kitchen is absolutely haunted. So the owner, whom we know, gave us free roam of the entire inn.
He did. Yeah, it was awesome. He was like,
great dude.
Go nuts. Go wherever you want. Use your equipment
anytime.
Yeah.
So we were in that kitchen at like midnight.
We were, like, very purposely, and we heard all kinds of inexplicable noises. I got that like cold feel. We both did, right? Like,
we got chill bumps,
like in the arms next to each other, like in between us something went.
So I'll tell you now, like, the scary thing about that is, so as soon as you go into the kitchen, it's like you're staring into a black abyss. But the thing is, and all of us know this, because if you've ever been in a restaurant kitchen or in a grimy place, so like a restaurant kitchen has like those sticky floors that you can hear you walking on as you're walking through the place. We could hear that when we weren't walking.
But we're just standing perfectly still, waiting to go, and we can hear steps in front of us.
Directly in front of us.
Yeah. And we picked them up on camera and everything. Like, you can hear them.
You can hear them in the video.
You can hear most of what we say we hear, you can hear.
Yes, in the video.
Our footage. It's insane.
It is absolutely insane. And then we moved on from investigating the kitchen
to go there. Like he said, there are a number of other spirits that are said to inhabit the inn. So we thought we'd move on, go investigate, and got drawn back into the kitchen.
We did. We heard noises. There were noises drawing us. I mean, banging noises.
Yeah, it was clink, 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 clink. Like, it sounded to me, the only thing that my brain could compare it to at the time was, I'm sure you've all heard this, when you've got something in your dryer that's metal, like you accidentally left a belt on a pair of pants, or for some reason the big metal button on your jeans like is sticking out and it's clink, 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 clink. And it was that, but it was loud. This clink, 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 clink. To the point where I asked, like, is laundry running? Do you have and we happened to be right in front of the laundry room, and so the lady was like, no. Like, there's no laundry. I was like, oh my god. And as I took the camera, and as I moved towards the kitchen, you could hear it getting louder and louder. And
absolutely.
It was coming from the kitchen.
Absolutely.
A dark, empty kitchen. Clink, 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 clink.
And then, and this is also in the video, we didn't realize this. It gives me chills now thinking about it. We didn't realize this until we got home and I was editing the videos. Because, we would watch through the videos, all the footage, which was shit tons. We'd watch through that and analyze all the footage with headphones on. JP turned $10 and says, "Get that mask on." Yes. Well. There you go. Anna asked to wear the mask for 5 minutes, folks.
Are you timing?
Hey Siri, set an alarm for 5 minutes. Okay. So, and I'm going to go ahead and get the next goal up. But while we were While we were looking through the footage and then moved on to editing it, that is when we noticed
the man behind the mask.
No, there was a shadow man or some kind of shadow figure. It was black in the video.
And it's so very clearly like a neck, shoulders, like a bust,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely a humanoid shape, whatever it was. I don't know. To this day, we have no idea. It's not been debunked. They had, because obviously the owner and stuff like that has seen it. They have no idea.
Oh, we didn't finish the clanking story.
Oh, the clanking story, we just went back and investigated.
Well, no, like I took my camera, I went and I stood there at the mouth of the kitchen, and Steven didn't follow me. I had to call him over, like, get over. And as soon as he stopped right next to me, the sound stopped.
Yeah, it did.
Like on a dime. Like exactly, he got close enough to hear what I was hearing, and it stopped.
Absolutely.
And never started up again. Like it was.
Absolutely did. So I will say the Glen Ferris Inn is one of the most haunted places I've been to in West Virginia, if not the most haunted place I've been to. For sure.
Yeah, agreed.
And the next goal is up, folks. $10 more and Anna wears a Freddy Krueger glove.
Oh, that's easier.
It is easier. But hey, if we hit it right now, then you have to wear the glove and the mask at the same time. So she'll be like a hybrid. Let's try to hit that, folks. Come on, man. What are y'all doing? Hey. And Patty Heckman here wants to know how about the battleground with cannons and rifles going off. So she's talking about Carnifex Ferry, which was a strategic... Yeah, this was a Civil War battleground located near Summersville, West Virginia. We went there to investigate this place. Now, here's the crazy part. Like, we get there late at night, and we're out filming, and I mean, it's like 10 o'clock, midnight, something. I can't even remember now.
It was after 10. I think we got, we very purposely wanted to get there at 10. So it's like we had to take time to set up our equipment, to get our cameras ready, all of that. So it's after 10. By the time we started filming, it's after 10. And
we had read that if you go there late at night, you will hear sounds of gunfire and stuff. We're investigating. We're walking around. We're doing EVPs. We have a spirit box running. We have all this. It's the wind's blowing a little bit. It's nothing's going on out here. It is off. Carnifex is out by itself. You have to drive into Carnifex. There is nothing surrounding Carnifex. We go to this Civil War soldier's grave to do an EVP. And that's when we start hearing gunfire. We hear gunfire, and not only that, then you specifically heard the sounds of a harmonica being played.
That was while we were doing our EVP session.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I asked, but I asked a question, and that's the response I got was harmonica music.
Up.
5 minutes?
5 minutes are up. You folks, you missed it. She could have worn the mask and the Freddy glove all at once.
Wickedly uncomfortable. I'm just going to say that.
Well, hey. You missed it, folks. She could have wore the Freddy glove and the mask all at once. Would have been the cherry on top. But hey, that's okay.
Steven really
would have made me really happy. And yeah, so yeah, I can't remember what you asked either, but we heard a harmonica. You did specifically, but tons of gunfire all around us. And the weird thing was, gunfire would be over there, then it would be over there, then it would be behind us, and it was like varying distances.
Right. And we don't I'm sure anybody who's from West Virginia who's watching, or from any area that's even like West Virginia, we hear gunfire. on the reg. You know what I mean? Like
On the reg.
Yeah. You know, people locally, we just up the river from us, we have somebody who's got like a target range set up, and we'll hear them fire, especially during the summer.
This wasn't that.
This wasn't that. And it does mean you get used to, you know, oh, you hear 2 or 3 shots and they all came from the same place, right? They all, oh, you know, that guy over there is shooting again. We can, you know, this
wasn't that. This was all over the place in the middle of the night in the woods.
In the woods. Different of tones almost. So it's almost like, so that it sounded like different guns. It was really bizarre. It was really scary.
All right, John Ackman says, how about Steven wears the mask next? If we get thumbs up for that, I will change the goal to Steven wears the mask next instead of the Freddy glove. Okay, I want to see thumbs up, though. People need to double down on that.
Yeah.
MX says, what about the town at the bottom of Summersville Lake? Not a haunted location, but definitely a eerie, interesting, eerie kind of story. So
that's the town of Gad.
Yeah, Summersville Lake
is a man-made
lake
reservoir.
Yes. And they covered an entire town when they filled it.
They did. But they did move all of the people out of the town first.
Lucky them.
Right. They all got relocated.
Usually we don't give people warnings. Holy shit, we're getting thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to change the goal. I can't believe this. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Why would you guys do this to me?
But it is kind of a cool, like, fact, right? It's really interesting to know that at the bottom of a lake that is not far from our house, there's an entire drowned town.
There absolutely is. I've changed the goal, folks. Steven wears the Jason mask next. We hit 10 buckarooskies. Damn it. Can't believe this.
Come on. Sucker.
Yeah, so Carnifex, extremely haunted. We got a lot of spirit box activity there.
Yeah, so that's what's interesting is Steven and I traveled the entire state, far and wide, searching for haunted locations. And our 2 most active haunted locations were within a half an hour of our own home.
And that's actually very true.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like going to Point Pleasant was fun. The Low Hotel is absolutely haunted. And it's fun to see all of the, you know, the town has kind of bought into the whole gimmick of the Mothman.
Oh, they have.
So you get Mothman burritos, Mothman cookies, there's a Mothman statue, there's a Mothman festival, Mothman cupcakes. Oh my God.
Of course. He's the one that called for it. Now you gotta wear the mask.
Damn it. Why does this always happen to me? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I gotta put the mask on, damn it, while I do an interview. Here we go.
You're not interviewing me.
Well, same thing.
It's cool. I got this.
All right, people.
Oh, you gotta take that hat off, you goober. At least
no, I'm leaving it on. It holds it up. The strap's too big.
No way. At least turn the hat around.
No.
That's so unfair. This is me, my
This is me. This is easier. I use tricks of the trade. I do the tricks of the trade. What do you want?
You look so lame.
This is the tricks of the trade. Damn it. Get up.
So yeah, Point Pleasant is really, really fun. Like, they really have thrown themselves into it. You get the Mothman Festival every year. It's Mothman Museum, Mothman Root Beer, which is awesome. Tons of paraphernalia. T-shirts, keychains, hats, mugs.
Yeah, so they've bought into it. So Point Pleasant is really fun.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go to Point Pleasant and see the Mothman.
You're not going to go no, but you can go to Point Pleasant and you can see the locations where people saw the Mothman.
That's true.
So it is that kind of like touristy. Yeah. There's no like Mothman hunt. No one has seen the Mothman in Point Pleasant for 60 years. So apparently there are other sightings of the Mothman around the world, but he has not been seen in Point Pleasant since the collapse of the Silver Bridge.
Nope.
So yeah, his work there was done, but they embrace it. It's great. It's fantastic. But what Point Pleasant does have is a very haunted hotel. The Lowe Hotel is incredible.
Yeah, it's like a labyrinth.
It is
of a hotel, man.
Like, it's a cool hotel just to go and check out and see how some of these old hotels were built. Because at the time that it was built for people who were traveling by steamboat along the Ohio River. And so the bottom floor had a restaurant, and it had a barber shop, and and other kinds of like public spaces. And then the mezzanine, which is, you know, between the first and second floor, had the like grand like dining room. And then you get into like above that, you've got 2 floors of rooms, and above that you've got the ballroom. Like the grand ballroom, you're such a dork. And so, and it's put together with like strange hallways, and there's 2 different staircases, and it's not like either of them are at like the back or front of they're both in the middle of the hotel. And so like, it's really strange. It's a really interesting setup, and you can get lost. And there will almost be like on the floor we stayed on, there were almost like 2 different like levels, right? Do you remember there was like an area where you had to like step down, and then it was really strange. So yeah, great place just to check out and see that history and how these places were built. And everything's marble. It's all gorgeous, like so beautiful. And then it's haunted.
It is haunted
By a number of spirits, apparently. Did you set your timer?
No, but I know I'm keeping an eye on the time.
Okay, good.
Jason has a watch.
Good deal.
Yeah. I didn't get that. Shut up, Siri. Yeah, so the Lowe Hotel's haunted.
Yeah.
But the Glen Ferris Inn and the Carnifex Ferry, like you said, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever, within us, like, definitely haunted. Definitely the
hot spots.
A lot of people thought, including us, like, because you weren't looking for it, so we went to Babcock State Park, which also rents out cabins. And one of the cabins is cabin 13, where a tragic murder took place.
Yeah.
A wife was murdered by her husband, who was a pastor at a church, and he bludgeoned her to death.
Yeah, he beat her to death.
Bludgeoned her to death in cabin 13 in the bed.
Yeah.
And the bed is still in the same location that it was when the murder occurred.
Not the bed. But
not the bed, but a bed is in the same location of where the original bed of which housed said victim.
Yeah, because there's nowhere else to put it. These cabins are itty bitty. They're state park cabins that are meant for, you know, only staying a night or two. And yeah, so I was really, I was really not looking forward to that location specifically, because most of our other locations,
I did it! Fuck yeah!
The tales of hauntings are all either because of accidents that happen there, or just lives lived in a certain place, right? Like the Glen Ferris Inn is a great example. Like, it's just people the family who owned the property, they lived in it even after they turned it into an inn. So that's where they raised their children and their grandchildren, you know, and it just so most of the hauntings are all attributed to just people who lived there, not to any kind of tragic death or anything like that.
Yep.
So really, like the Babcock State Park was the only place we were going that was said to be haunted by someone who was murdered.
Yeah.
And
we didn't, so I'll put it this way. If you had not told us that someone was killed in this cabin and you sent us into the cabin, we'd have never been able to tell you. Like, there's no energy there. There's nothing.
And I don't know if it's because the place is so frequently used, or if it's just the energy of Babcock State Park, which is so beautiful, so peaceful, so amazing. you know. But either way, like, you know, and we were
Yeah.
honest about that in our video, like it's not haunted. I know other travel shows, other like, well, not travel shows, other ghost hunting shows and stuff have done episodes on the Babcock murder cabin, and they're like, oh, it's so haunted.
It's so haunted. There's a dark in it. No, it's not. You're lying. They totally lied. Like, I watched one YouTube video before we went of them totally faking bullshit in the cabin, and they were like, oh my God, there's liquid on the bed. Where did this come from? It's blah, blah, blah. Look, there's liquid. The fucking ceiling leaks. I can tell you where that came from.
Yeah, we were there in a rainstorm.
We were there in a rainstorm, guys. Nice lie.
The fireplace, like the old stone fireplace leak.
But that's so disappointing and so shitty. I mean, I see why they do it.
Oh, for sure.
For entertainment value.
Yeah.
But for my own integrity, I couldn't have done that. But, you know, I walked in and within 3 minutes, I was like, oh, okay, this place leaks.
Yeah.
That's where this mysterious liquid has a name. H2O.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but one that is like famously haunted where we did get some action is Lake Shawnee. We started, you know, our story tonight.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like,
we got some action there.
We totally did, and it's not like it's advertised. I didn't think.
Well, not as dramatic. Well, yeah, not as dramatic as we got at some other places, but definitely it was okay. This is what's interesting. Like Steven told you, we would come home and listen. Yeah, we'd put on headphones and listen to all of our footage and watch it. Like we'd get like right up and like see what we missed or what, you know. And I think we were really surprised by the stuff that we captured at Lake Shawnee when we got back.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the question for you.
Okay.
Are there any places? I just had to put up a new stream goal for everybody in case you were wondering. It's a super great one. $10.
Every day is his birthday.
$10, and Anna has to sing "Happy Birthday" to me on stream and make me feel great.
This is my life.
This is your life.
This is what life is like.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You're welcome. Yeah, so here's a question for you though. Out of all, like I've discussed, like I would like to go and shoot at least one more episode. Knowing now all we know and like how much better I think I could make an episode, editing wise and stuff like that. Where's a location that we haven't visited that you would like to? A haunted location.
Oh, you know, I don't know if I know off the top of my head. I remember when we were researching, y'all have to forgive me. This is a year and a half ago. Where we were doing like the research into possible locations.
Yeah, but could be anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere where you're like, ooh, that's spooky.
Anywhere in the country?
No, here, West Virginia.
Well, no, that's what. But what I'm saying is, there was. I remember when we were researching, there was a place I wanted to go that we didn't get to go, and it was. I can't remember the name of it. It's the original. Was it Wheeling? The original capital of West Virginia.
Yeah,
Wheeling.
That's Wheeling.
I got it.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So Wheeling is one of the oldest towns in West Virginia. It was the original capital of West Virginia. And I remember it had some really great, it has like a haunted bridge, like an old stone arch bridge.
Yeah.
That is said to be haunted. And I was like, that'd be so cool.
Why you gotta scare me?
Yeah, so I would love to go there, mostly because I just want to go to Wheeling.
Yeah, okay.
But I think it also has a haunted hotel. You know, it's another one with an old haunted hotel. And
fair enough. Yeah. I have a friend in Wheeling now. We can make that happen.
Cool. JP still wants to go to the state pen.
Yeah, JP, you were supposed to come in, and we were supposed to hit the state penitentiary. I'm so sad.
I think that one would probably make a better episode.
I agree. I totally agree. I think that would be fun. That could be the place.
You know. So yeah, the state pen is. I mean, we've heard so much about it. It's
tons.
Just, you know, the reason I don't throw my hand up and like that's where I want to go is I know that that's going to be a rough vibe for me for sure, but worth it.
YouTube Premium says plus Wheeling means skull.
Oh.
Does it?
What
What?
is YouTube Premium? What is that?
That's just a chatter.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
the name they've chosen.
Oh, okay. I was
For-
like, is that? I didn't know if YouTube was talking to us. You know what I mean? I was like, oh no, what is that?
From an Indian
Are we
word
in
referring to the killing of settlers. Dang. Really? Okay.
Gets better and better.
Yeah, it does. Oh my God. Yeah, so willing, but I'll tell you one that I'm oddly interested in. I don't know if it would be good for an episode, and it would be one that I would just personally want to go to and check this out because I've heard about it for so long, and I want to see if there's any validity to the claims.
Okay.
And because we will grocery shop at this place sometimes. The Food Lion in Summersville, West Virginia is supposed to be extremely haunted.
Yeah.
By a little girl named Sally.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. And they've got some great stories of like movie type stuff that goes on, of like the magazines shooting off the magazine racks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Her messing with the lights or the spirit, whatever. Like I said, they call it Sally, but who knows? Yeah. So we grocery shop there a lot. Jonas has been there.
Yeah, Jonas, you've been to the
Jonas has actually been there. But that's supposed to be haunted. And we've asked people there, people that work there.
And they're like, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I have a friend who works nearby, and he said that like he knows the manager and stuff, and they've told him stories. But so, believe it or not, a place I would like to investigate, do a paranormal investigation,
is our own grocery
store. Just because it's so crazy. It's like out of all the things that could be haunted, you know what I'm saying? A grocery store?
Yeah.
I want to check that out.
Yeah, me too.
But we have so many places out here that whether they're haunted or not, they're creepy because this place is so rural, so desolate. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, me and Anna, we've been up the holler, as we call it out here. If you're not familiar with a holler, we'll have to explain it. But we've been up the holler before, and I will turn the lights out in the truck, and it is so dark.
Which way?
Dirt road, completely between mountains, can't see a thing. And I mean, I could even tell you stories I've heard that aren't even paranormal that would creep you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's still a lot for us to do here if we wanted to do, if we could.
Well, that was another episode that we wanted to do. Is there is actually a really great ghost story up our holler.
There is.
And
we never. Okay, so yeah, we were going to shoot the original planned finale episode of Weird and Wonderful is an episode we were never able to shoot.
Yeah.
We were specifically waiting until the winter because I believe our last episode aired on like January 10th.
Yes.
And we scheduled it that way because we had planned to shoot this episode before then.
Right, because
in like November or December.
Yeah, so typically we get our first snow sometime in November. And then we'll get snow on and off through November, December. Yeah, come January, we still didn't have snow. So we weren't able. The ghost story up the holler takes place in the snow. And we thought, like, there's nothing there. So it's not like getting to go, all of our other episodes have restaurants and shops and all that. There's nothing up a holler. We thought, like, well, the best way to really take the best advantage of this story and make a beautiful episode out of it would be to wait for the snow and tell the snow ghost story in the snow, and it just wouldn't snow.
It involves a mother and her daughters who lived in this certain location in the winter, and there's a creek up this holler, and the mother sent her 2 children out to do something. I'm not clear on the story. She sent her 2 children, or maybe her 2 children were out playing. I don't know. But anyway,
from school.
The children never came back.
Yeah, the children never came home.
Yeah. So the mother went out to search for her lost children. and ends up the children made it back home and the mother didn't.
And the mother never made it. So the mother died.
So the mother died
snow.
searching for her children in the snow.
Yeah. And people say that they see her.
They see her and hear her calling out for her lost children and all that. So we wanted to film that in the snow. We thought that would, cinematography wise, that would have looked great, and for effect, that would have been amazing. And then all, the recreating the scene as best we could. And it didn't snow here, barely. Barely. When Jonas vacationed here, I got to hit him with one snowball.
Yeah.
Like he happened to vacation and it snowed right after.
Let you hit him with that snowball.
He totally did. He just stood there and ate it because he knew. He knew. He's like, Bo Daddy is on the loose. Oh, Amy Tuffel says, if you come back up Berkeley County, Route 901 between Hedgesville and Spring Mills is said to be haunted. Don't drive at night.
Oh my gosh.
That's eerie as shit. I want to know why.
I know. We had.
Oh my God.
When we were researching, there are a number of haunted roads in West Virginia where the road itself is considered haunted.
Yes.
To the point where there's even one where apparently if you stop your car in the middle of the road on a hill, your car will roll up the hill.
Yeah. As if something is moving it up the hill.
Yeah. So we've got, and then there's one where like one of the roads has like a headless teenager wandering.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some great haunted road stories.
Yeah. I'll never forget. Cause I told you this when I got home. So, when I was shooting a movie in Lewisburg, it was a night shoot, so late as hell. I can't remember what time I got off that night, but I was coming home, and once again, pretty much anywhere in West Virginia is dark and desolate, but especially when it's around midnight or whatever. It may have been like 1 a.m. I can't remember. But I'm driving back to the motel for the night, and I just remember, like, in the distance, way down the road, I saw something really weird walking across the road.
I remember you told me.
I remember I told you that the night it happened. I still don't know what in the hell that was I saw. But it was big, and it was, like, lanky.
Yeah.
And, like...
Oh, that's so creepy.
And it was, like, a light brown.
Yeah, I remember you asking me like what kind of bears there were in West Virginia, and West Virginia only has black bears. Now, technically, black bears can come in different shades of brown. They're not all like true black. But you said what you saw was lanky. It was not. If you guys you're well familiar with bears, they're like heavy. They're they're plump fellas. Yeah. And you said it was big and lanky. Yeah. And that's what?
I still have, and it was one of those things, like I was so I remember
it like lumbering across the road.
It was very slow.
It was very
it
slow,
was extremely slow. It was I remember thinking, but like I said, this was a night shoot. I was worked to death, as you remember. And like, cause I would come back to the motel and just like shower and collapse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I remember it was so lanky and it looked at me. I mean, that's how slow it was. Like it just, and like looked at me. And I remember like thinking like, should I drive down there and see what in the hell this thing is? That's how like, I didn't know what the fuck it was, and
I'm glad you didn't. We don't. Who cares what it is?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't too. But I mean, it was just one of those things, and it's. I don't know. I'd still love to know what that thing was. But Amy says to elaborate on that warning from earlier. I think it's because of the proximity to the battlefields. Lots of troop movement here during the Civil War.
Oh. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were just talking about haunted battlefields and Carnifex Ferry and how extremely haunted that was. And we experienced the same thing. We went to a Civil War cemetery in Lewisburg.
Yeah.
Which, we're oddly enough, my story just took place in Lewisburg with the lanky creature cryptid thing. But yeah, we investigated a Civil War cemetery in Lewisburg, and
lots of activity.
Most
of which we didn't even pick up on while we were there. We came home and watched the footage, and you can see like lights and you can hear sounds.
Yeah.
It was almost like moaning or something, right? Like on our footage.
Yeah.
Right.
It was weird.
Really
and you could hear something breathing. And like none of our crew. I mean, we're
talking, right?
Yeah, we're talking. Like it can't be us.
It's like,
yeah. And I remember was Lewisburg the one where we also heard a.
Yes.
That was that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, folks. So come to West Virginia.
Yeah. MX says, y'all could do Lake Shawnee. We did.
We did
Lake Shawnee.
We did Lake Shawnee.
It was our first episode.
It was. I will link you to it, MX. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And also subscribe to our other channel. Why not, huh?
Why not?
What you got to lose, huh?
Check out the episodes. They're fun. Like I think they're fun.
Yeah. So do we have anyone else in here because we're getting past the hour here. Is there anyone else in here that's had paranormal experiences they would like to share with us tonight? We'll discuss them.
Yeah.
Come on, let's hear it, man. We shared all of our kooky bird stories with you.
Yeah, the cool thing is Patty Heckman and John Heckman, who are both here in the chat, were actually out here with us for 2 of our investigations.
Yeah, they were. They went to 2 2 Civil War locations, the battlefield at Carnifex Ferry and the Civil War cemetery.
Yeah.
In Lewisburg.
Yeah. Well, and technically Lewisburg itself is a battlefield. The town was fought.
It's true.
Within, right? Like
it is true.
Yeah.
Patty Heckman says Harry.
Harry. Harry is the ghost that haunted my childhood home. Or still haunts, apparently. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. YouTube Premium says, once I had a paranormal experience where people didn't pay for YouTube Premium. I bet you did. YouTube Premium.
Patty, you say he's still haunting. Like, what have you had going on recently? So I remember stuff when I was a child. He would more than at least once locked us out of the house. And we had this big, heavy, beautiful door that you had to like physically, and we're all out in the front yard, and suddenly the door just was like, whoop, and it's locked. And we're all locked out in the front yard. And we would hear knocking and tapping, and my older brother would talk to Harry. My little sister, like, apparently was sitting and playing games with him on the floor one day.
Oh my God.
Mom had to deal with all of that. All of her children were like playing with ghosts. And so what's he been up to lately? I would love to know. Lights on and off, closet rumbling, objects moved around. Wow. So he's worried you're lonely without all of us.
Yeah, that's right. Harry is keeping you company, Patty Heckman.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Did y'all go to Haunted Harper's Ferry? Yes, we did.
We did. Harper's Ferry is amazing.
Yeah, Harper's Ferry is a cool little town.
Very cool place.
Yeah.
It's a national historical park. So it is literally set up for your enjoyment. Like and it's lovely. It's really, really cool.
And we took a ghost tour there by Mr. Rick Garland.
Which we highly recommend. It is so fun. He is so entertaining and so knowledgeable.
Yes.
Yeah. If you've ever wanted to do, a ghost tour, or specifically of one involving, the Civil War and any of that, like could not recommend anything more.
No, as a matter of fact, when I go back, because I will go back to Harper's Ferry, that's how much I liked it. I've already done the ghost tour, and I'm still going to do it again.
Oh, 100%. Like, and not have to worry about the camera and all this stuff. And just get to enjoy it.
Still going to do it again. Totally, it was so fun. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, folks. So we're past the hour here. We've shared a lot of stories. Now, I want to ask you a question while you're here.
Me, them, me.
Oh, everybody.
Them.
Okay. Now, listen. When 30 Days of Talk Horror is up, okay,
they'll miss us.
They are going to miss the hell out of me.
They'll only get you once a week.
You're only going to get me once a week, but today makes like my 7th or 8th day. Eighth day in a row of live streams.
Yeah.
I have 22 more days to go.
Yes.
I am going to celebrate on the last live stream. I'm going to celebrate. Now, I want to know, yes, party like an animal, baby. I'm going to get pizza, and I'm going to rent. Yes, you heard me, rent. I will go to a Red Box specifically to make this happen. I'm going to rent me some horror movies.
From Redbox.
From Redbox.
So Lord only knows what we're going to get.
Lord only knows what we're going to get, but I want the feeling of renting movies. So, I want to know, what should that last live stream consist of?
A party.
I mean, a party. Should there be a specific topic?
Can't it just be a party?
I've thought of doing fan mail also as part of the last
you'll have
live
to get
stream.
People to send you stuff.
I will, but I have stuff, a couple things laying around that I haven't shown off and I haven't opened.
Yeah.
Would people be interested in that? Be kind of like, screw it, I'm going to wrap presents for myself and open them at my party on my last live stream.
See, Patty wants to know your birthday?
Essentially, I deserve it.
Yep.
I totally deserve it. 30 days, and I want to celebrate with all of you. So what should we do? Maybe it could be dedicated to the fans. It could be fan mail.
Mm-hmm. It
could be me opening fan mail and having a party.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we could take calls from fans.
That'd be fun. Would you guys call in? Who would call in?
Who would call in?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Who would call in?
If we opened the phone lines?
Yeah.
If we opened the Talk Horror phone lines, would anybody call in?
Yeah. And show up on stream.
Join us for our birthday.
Well, that would be amazing, though, wouldn't it? It's a birthday party, fan mail.
I sent you as listener prize. No, that stuff's ours. Why would we do that? JP wants us to give our stuff away.
JP says he would call in. Patty says she would call in.
Awesome.
Sounding like we're gonna make this happen.
Cool. Yeah, you'll finally get JP on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to need all hands on deck for that. I want everybody in here. I'm going to call people and be like, look, I want you in this show.
Unsung Hero says, I'll do it if I get cake. Deal.
Damn it.
Why?
I can have cake here, Unsung. You can watch me eat it. I will eat cake for you, brother. And you can live vicariously through me.
Yes.
Amy says she's in. Hell yeah. Oh my God. This is going to be so fun.
JK likes it.
Oh my goodness. JK. So do I have you on board, brother?
Oh, JP says he'll be on the stream anytime from the creepy room.
Oh, sweet. He can come on and talk about his favorite haunted local dives.
You mean haunted strip clubs? Now, if you legitimately had haunted strip club stories that were legitimate haunted stories.
Yeah, JP.
I would actually love to hear them, but
that would be crazy.
I don't believe you.
Could you imagine? We should make that a movie. Amy, get Mike on the horn. We're all going to just come together and make a haunted strip club movie. We're just going for it, huh? Oh my gosh. Unsung Hero says, I wish I was you.
I'd be so much cooler.
I'd be so much cooler. Thank you, Unsung Hero. Hell yeah. So are you showing up to the party, man? That's what we got to do too, man. I got to feel like one of those chicks on Super Sweet 16. Like we got to mail people out bracelets. If you don't have a bracelet, you can't get into the party. God.
Are we sending the horror fam friendship bracelets?
Yeah, we'll send the horror fam friendship bracelets, and you gotta be wearing a bracelet to get in. And I'm gonna throw a tantrum. That's it, babe. I want a Ferrari cake.
You're not the devil. You don't get a Ferrari.
I want a Ferrari cake. I don't want an Acura cake. I want a.
He is an Acura cake.
I want a Ferrari cake. Yes, unsung hero is in. Damn it! Hey, it's us, Michael. That's it, baby. Hell yeah, we're making a movie, folks. We're going to call it Ghosts and G-Strings. This is perfect. Oh my God, we're making dreams come true. We're making dreams come true tonight, folks. Oh my God, JP says, to be fair, some of them strip clubs were very haunting.
I bet. I bet.
So,
you haven't seen the ones out here, dude. Ugh.
wait a minute, what's that supposed to mean? Now you're strip club shaming us?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen that. I've seen that documentary about the whites.
Folks, I'm going to be honest here.
That woman gets paid to strip by people.
That's true. Oh, God damn. That made me legitimately sick when I watched it. But let me tell you something, that scene. But let me tell you something, folks. My nearest strip club that I know of, I've driven you by it because, I mean, you have to.
You have
sometimes.
to. Yeah, you can't not pass it.
It literally reminds you of the strip club from Dusk Till Dawn because it is a huge dirt lot.
I was going to say, but without the cool, like, the strip club in From Dusk Till Dawn, like the outside of it is very imposing. It's very cool. There's like fire, and there's it looks like a
motorcycles, and
ours doesn't look like that. Ours looks like a
medical supply warehouse.
Like you know what I mean? Like
ours, that's not double. It's big. Ours looks like a medical supply warehouse.
But it looks like that. Like, oh, I guess.
With some shit like Kia Fortes parked out front.
Like industrial. And then
there's no motorcycles.
But it's like a dirt
No
lot.
leather jackets. You're going to walk in and people are going to be wearing like a Boston Red Sox cap like this.
It's all dark on either side. You know what I mean? It's just this lit up like.
Yeah, there's no enthusiasm inside there. It's all. It's all
dreams.
It's broken dreams and Xanax.
I said meth.
And a little bit of meth. A little bit of meth. It depends. It depends if they can't get their hands on
the Xannies. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, those are the best because the VIP dances are.
That's true, JP.
Ugh.
That's true, brother.
Oh
my God. So yeah, JK says he will try to come on the show. I'm gonna hold you to that, JK. I really hope you can make it. That would be so awesome. So yeah, so we're gonna have a party.
Yes.
Yeah, and if
you can have like up to like 10 people like in this studio,
in here at one time, but yeah, I was thinking like we maybe even just one at a time and just switch through, or hell, we could put us all on the same screen. I don't care.
It'd be so fun.
It would be so fun.
That'd be so cool.
That'll be so cool. So yeah, if people want to send in fan mail or something like that, you're more than welcome. Even if it's a card, I'll open cards and read it that day.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. You're gonna have to make sure everybody's got your like address and stuff over the next few streams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
the PO box or whatever.
Here you go. I'll throw it in chat right now, folks.
Yeah. MX wants to know if we went to the Wells Inn. We did not. We have not been to the Wells Inn.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh God,
not suitable.
JK said his dad took him to his first one, and it wasn't very suitable for.
JK, they're not really suitable for most people.
Don't make me get Farron B back in here and have him tell you some stories.
No, I really love like Pete. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the comedian Pete Holmes, but he has a great bit about how strip clubs make him feel like, and it's
oh, here we go. Amy says if we get a script going for our spooky stripper movie, we will let you read the first couple pages live. Let's do it. Yes. We got to work on this, man. This will be so amazing. That would be so incredible. And yes, JP, Google Maps doesn't go below the railroad, dude.
Look, the whole state of West Virginia is below the railroad.
Yeah, you can't.
Like,
Okay, look.
Not that I don't love our state, I do, but let's be really honest.
No, dude, you can't. There's no Uber out here. I couldn't take you to a place and.
Dude, you're not getting a taxi unless you're in Charleston. Like,
yeah, that's it. I've never seen
like Uber or Lyft or no, this is not. That's not happening.
Yeah, Uber and Lyft and all that ain't happening. DoorDash ain't happening.
No.
None of that's happening, brother. When you come out here, you gotta be self-sufficient, dude.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be willing to, I don't know, take a friend. I don't know. Dude, JP, that's...
Where does it show a strip club within 20...
No.
There isn't. There's no.
JP, what are you talking? There's not a grocery store within a 20-mile radius, brother.
Also true, and much more important.
And
neither is there a hospital.
Nope. Gotta be self-sufficient.
Tie it off, man.
You cut your leg off out here with the damn lawnmower.
Tie it off, dude.
Tie it off, baby. Tie it off. Throw some peroxide on it.
Liquor store? No. Like, I couldn't even tell you where a liquor store is here.
I can get you to a liquor store, JP.
But it's not. The grocery store is closer.
Yeah, probably. The grocery store's beside the liquor store.
There you go. Yeah, although you could go to the Dollar General and get some beer. You
can get beer anywhere.
You get the beer at like the gas stations and at the you can't get liquor, but you could get beer.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, a little fun fact, JP, I actually knew someone who kept liquor that would sell it to you if you needed it, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't go procure it yourself or whatever. Like a late night liquor that was closed. I knew somebody, and I would call them and be like, dude, I need this. Might be Canadian Mist. Okay, fine. Bring your $10 and get a pint of Canadian Mist, and you can have it in 5 minutes.
That's hilarious.
It's the truth. I've done it. It's the absolute truth.
Open a liquor store. You know, it's funny. We were literally just talking about that tonight. So we went and got pizza tonight. We haven't had pizza in months. We went and got pizza tonight. And we were kind of lamenting all of the closed shops and broken down buildings and stuff. But we noticed that in the drive from our home to our pizza place, there were two thriving stores. And they were both smoke shops. So Steve was like, we should open a smoke shop. And I was like,
yeah, I don't know what the hell's up with that.
Could you imagine having to deal with like the clientele, right? And then I said, I wouldn't even want to run a liquor store. Like, I wouldn't.
It'd be crazy, man. It'd be crazy. It'd be nuts. I mean, you can walk into a Exxon out here and buy a meth pipe.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Any local moonshine? Yes, John Heckman. Plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of moonshine out here, man.
Anything
Tons. Good? Yeah. Yeah, you can get your hands on some good moonshine out here. Yeah, there you go. There's local moonshine like 5 minutes away. There you go.
Funny.
But yeah, folks, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to continue this 30 days of podcast. We're going to make it happen, and then we're going to have a hell of a celebration at the end. I want fan mail, even if it's a card. Whoever will send me fan mail, it's getting read on the air.
Do you know what day is your last day?
Let's have a look-see here.
Because that might help everybody. Your first day was the 23rd.
My first day was the 23rd. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I think
tomorrow is the 1st.
Yeah. I will have to look. I have all my schedule up here. I need to expose that anyway. I will say tomorrow we're going to have Michael Tuthill on here and Kevin Troy from Wind and Bone. Yes. The two directors from that film are coming on. We're going to be talking about that bad boy. We're going to have a great time.
That's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that.
That is going to be awesome. And Guy, whom Eric talked about when he was on the show, and who I've mentioned before, just secured his date. He's going to be here on the 5th.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have Guy from Wind and Bone, and he is the man whom, when as soon as I walked on set, like as soon as I was introduced to these people, I see Guy standing there with his guts on the outside of his body.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have a great time talking about that. And I'm telling you, folks, we're keeping this train rolling. So get that fan mail out here. And get ready, because I'm going to call you all up and have you all come on for the last day, the last celebration, man. We're going to do it. The Last Supper. We're going to have pizza and cake and movies. Hell yeah. JP wants to know, has Wind and Bone raised enough money for post-production? They have not completed their goal yet. Let's have a look at that, actually, and I'll let you all know. So their goal on Indiegogo is 16 grand. Right now, they are at $1,063 plus the money that I've raised for them so far, which I'm going to throw in once these podcasts are done. And let's see, which will be like $200.
You're already at $200.
I'm already at $200. So
yeah, and then you've got at least two more. No, you have 3 more podcasts dedicated to them.
Yeah,
right?
I have.
You have Guy.
I have Guy,
Mike and Kevin. And they're coming on at once, right? And then you have
Alice. Alice is coming on, and then I'm going to get their gaffer and grip and PA and everything else, Berlin.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to work with him to lock down a date for him. And and some of their actors.
Cool.
Some of their other actors and actresses.
Cool.
I will have to get that schedule out and posted up in the community very soon. This has been a wild trip. We haven't had much time for anything else, but that is coming, I promise. And yeah, John, we're going to have a beer. We're going to celebrate, man. Get the cake going.
Get that drink.
Yeah, here you go. Amy says they're working hard to get funded with the 25 days left. JP, if you're interested, man, I'm going to drop the link to Wind and Bone in the chat. Or if you want to send anything over, if that's easier for you, I will make sure it goes to them. But there is the link for Wind and Bone.
Yay!
They're Windy Go-Go.
With the Windy Go-Go.
The Windy Go-Go. There you go, Brother Jack, dude. All right, my friends. Hey, thank you for coming in. Do you have anything else you want to say, babe? Any more spooky happenings or?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
All good?
Yeah.
All good in the hood?
Yeah. Although if you haven't checked out Weird and Wonderful, please do. You want to drop that link again?
I'm going to drop that link again. If you haven't checked out our channel, Weird and Wonderful, you need to, because this was our other YouTube where we went and traveled around the state of West Virginia and checked out all the haunted happenings. And you are very much welcome, Amy. I'm so glad I could be a part of Wind and Bone and help you all. And, I want that to come to life, man. Support some fellow West Virginians.
Yes, we saw. Thank you. I am LMNOP.
Yeah, LMNOP. Thanks, brother, man. Got a fellow metalhead in there. JK says, thanks for the stream. It was great. Thank you for being here, JK.
Yeah.
Total beast, man. And I really hope you can call in on Celebration Day. No worries if you can't, brother.
Yeah.
Don't want to put any pressure on you, man.
But we hope so.
But I totally do hope so, because I love you, man. JP says, which one wears the Jason mask? Who the hell do you think, JP? I do. I make Anna wear the camp counselor outfit. Duh. Unsung Hero, thank you, Unsung Hero, for being here, my friend.
Tonight,
come get some cake. Come on over. Yes, John Heckman with the Weird and Wonderful love. All right, my friends, until tomorrow, 4 p.m. We'll be here at 4 p.m. tomorrow with Michael and Kevin from Wind and Bone. Make sure you're here, my friends. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. So 1 p for you Pacific Standard Time. Pebbles. California peoples.
Yep.
All right, my friends. Until next time. Look horror.
Listen horror.
Talk horror. Yay! Thank you all. Bye-bye.